The end of the year is fast approaching, and it's oftentimes the time of year when we start preparing for the new us. We start declaring our goals and aspirations, and as we get wrapped up in the new year, new us posts, we often overlook a key component to self-improvement. Getting a little better at carrying things while riding the one wheel. Not very good at stopping it though, so. That is review and analysis. Now we all know 2020 has been a year, but guess what? You made it through. For me, this review is crucial because it helps me set a game plan for how to achieve my goals. Have I made improvements from where I was this time last year? How do my results match up to what I was hoping to achieve? If they don't match up, what can I do to improve them? Is it possible that I learned what not to do? I wanted to share some general goal setting tips so you may use them in the new upcoming year, and I wanted to share how I'm using these steps for my own personal goals.
So a few tips for goal setting here in the new year coming up. Number one, action plan. So going back to the review, the review for me allows me to see the things I did right, things I did wrong, what things can I continue and should continue to do, what things should I not do or change. And for me, that helps create an action plan, and you have kind of a framework, something to follow, rather than just kind of moving around aimless. Number two, we've all heard of the SMART system for goal setting. And if you haven't, put up something. But the point I'm getting at is have it be measurable. You can't manage what you can't measure. Let's say my goal was to eat more lifesavers, the gummy lifesavers. Okay, well, how much more? Maybe do I have a goal of eating 5 a week, 5 a day? I don't know, just something. Number three, so these ideas of having the action plan and having something measurable will ideally help you trigger new behaviors. You keep working on it little by little. So let's say, for example, going back, you had a goal or a resolution or what have you of being a more clean, organized person. Something might be then that you start putting your things away after you're done working, so you don't leave a big mess. So that might become a new behavior, that after you're done working every time, you clean up your workstation. Dedication over motivation. Oftentimes, in my experience, what has led me to fail or has put a delay in success or progress is the inability to find motivation. And the reality is that motivation is temporary. It's not something that's always going to be there. If you truly have goals, you have to do the work in order to achieve that goal. And you're not always going to have motivation. But on the other hand, if you're dedicated to that goal and you know you have to do the things you don't want to do, then you're more likely to succeed. Because, hey, as unfortunately as I found out, as you get older, you have to do a lot of things you don't want to do. It's just part of the growing process. And number five, I think is the absolute most important, and that's enjoy the process of growth. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Might not happen within a few weeks, months, what have you. But it happens, and it just takes time. And knowing and understanding that phrase, number one, enjoying, I like to think we all know what that is, but process, the fact that it is going to take time, and in doing so, You know, progress isn't linear. There's going to be ups and downs, but for me, what I like to remember is, again, if you're tracking, going back to the measurable part, is, hey, where am I now in relation to where I started? And a lot of times, it doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental. I know, so personally, I'm not physically at where I would like to be. But mentally, I have made leaps and bounds over what I was. I no longer get upset or frustrated over missing a workout or things like that. I know, hey, that's just a small period in time. I'm going to make the decision to prepare for when I do have the chance to do the next workout. So yeah, just enjoy the process. And if I can leave you with 2 additional kind of bonus tips, would be one would be for me, just again from experience, is don't get caught up in if-then statements. And what I mean by that is, for example, if I say, if I were to get this promotion, then I will be happy. If I purchase this thing, then it will make my life easier, what have you. So don't get caught up in that. I can get into more detail with that later. And lastly, you shouldn't let the calendar year be the controlling factor of your timeline. And what I mean by that is, obviously we're approaching the end of the year. We often use the new year as an excuse or as a reason to start new things, and new habits and new ideas. But why not just start now? Why do you have to wait, start making life changes and self-improvements? I've seen a few people now already making their journals for 2021 with their goal setting. So planning and preparation is gonna make a huge impact on achieving those goals. I follow a few people who have constantly reminded me of that, and it has helped tremendously. So I've always hesitated on doing this. I know it's not going to be good right off the bat, but this is me taking the initiative to start holding myself accountable and to actually start doing it. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Tony. I don't want to say I'm a normal guy. I hate the word normal. We get to that some other time. But going back to the review and analysis, one of the things I really wanted to do and at least get the courage to do was to start a YouTube channel.
The year's technically not over yet, so I'm gonna do that.
Simply because I'm interested in it, despite not having any experience in videography, photography, or any of that. But it's just something that intrigues me.
And then hopefully throughout the year 2021, I continue to work at it and make it for something for people to enjoy, something I enjoy doing. So we'll see.
Being part of the creative process and any process of growth, it is a process, and the only way to get better at it and be good at something is just to spend hours and time doing it and getting better at the craft or skills you want to acquire. So with the last few days of 2020, I decided to pull the trigger, and why not, and go ahead and start a YouTube channel. So I don't know what kind of channel this will be yet. It's all very new. I'm just kind of doing it as a hobby, something to kind of share my work with, in the same way that, you know, people post pictures and stuff on Instagram. I want to kind of have a place where I could put videos longer than a few seconds. And I know they have the stories and everything, but just something that I could kind of display my work, maybe get some feedback from people that do this and do have experience doing it. So any constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, I'll have like vlog styles, but you probably don't want to see my face all the time. So I'll try to do some kind of cinematic stuff, different YouTube channels that I follow and creators that I follow. Obviously Peter McKinnon, who just came out with an awesome video. Not just a YouTuber. Matt Diabella, like his style, how he's very methodical, puts a lot of thought into things. Cody Warner, I have the videos I've made about him and how he helped me take that leap into creating and wanting to do something, because there is no small creator. I'm very supportive of the initiative, the platform, the idea and the support. So yeah, if you stuck around to see this, my first official posted video, I appreciate you taking the time to do so. Whatever your future goals are, or whatever your reviews are, I'm curious if you guys achieved any of your 2020 goals. Leave a comment below, maybe the things you will do, won't do for this upcoming year. Yeah, I just want to, I think this is a whole community, right? So I'd like for it to be, for my channel to be a place where people can share, bounce ideas off one another, and really just, we're all in this together, and let's help each other grow. So again, thanks for watching. If you don't subscribe now, I want to earn that subscription. So, but yeah, come back later. Hold me accountable to wanting to create this YouTube channel and to slowly get better. So bear with me, because again, it's gonna take a while, since I have no experience. But yeah, thanks again, and Happy New Year. Now, wondering if I prop like a chair here. I like the brick wall, but is it an ugly brick wall? Is the lighting terrible? Does it look like, I don't even know if I'm recording. I was.